1, 2, 3, and we're live. Hi, it's me, she. It's June 4th, 2020. Today's a 5-day. It's a full moon in motion coming up tomorrow on June 5th. So we're doing our full moon reading today. Hopefully I'll have this video out at least for the full moon tomorrow, because this is a vital moon, guys, the strawberry moon. So I want to go ahead and get started in this energy, because these energies right now are so powerful and so fluid. I want to get us centered, and then we're going to start our tuning up of our chakra, and we're going to get into our reading. So let's begin with our breathing. Remember, we count to 5, we breathe in through the nose, hold it at the top for a few seconds, count to 3, and then release it all the way through the belly. The sacral chakra that we're pulling this energy into sits right below our belly. It is our second chakra. Last week we did the root chakra, so this one is for our sexual pleasures. This is for our love. This is for everything that we do with our passion. And when this passion is not centered or moving in balance, the passion can turn into these energies that we're going to get into and talk about in a few minutes. So let's start our breathing. Breathe in through the nose. And back out through the mouth. One more time. We do it 3 times. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Our last time. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Whew. Now here's our sacral tone. Whew. I'm going to put this to the side, and we're going to get into this reading. How have you guys been doing? I got to tell you, I have cried for the last 8 days. I have gotten mad in the last 3 days. I have felt so many variety of emotions this last week that I needed to find out how this purging has shifted, and how this purging has the whole world, the whole entire globe, in this state of passion. So our reading today will be a soul reading. It will be a path of courage. It will be our intent, because this full moon, or the little strawberry moon that they call it, and it's called the strawberry moon because we are moving into harvest time for our strawberries. And so this moon around this time of year means that the strawberries are going to be at their ripest, their most juiciest. So enjoy the fresh pickings of the strawberry, especially when they make it to your grocer in the next week and beyond. Throughout the summer, they should be really, really good this year, because we've had a lot of passion and these energies. This energy, guys, this moon is coupled with being an eclipse. It comes out tomorrow around 3:15, 3 o'clock to 3:15. You should see the feminine moon up in that sky. It will be an eclipse, which means that it won't be as bright because it's going to have a shadow cast on it by the earth. It's sitting in the middle between the sun and the earth, and then the moon. I'm sorry, the eclipse is alignment where the moon, the earth, and the sun are in a trajectory right in front of each other. And so the earth is blocking part of that eclipse, that sun, from the moon. So there we will have an eclipse. We also have this energy is in a fire energy of Sagittarius. Sagittarius, we're all going to feel the elements of that zodiac sign. Sagittarius are wanderers. They love to travel. They are movers, adventurers. We're all going to have that spirit. But we're also going to have it in conjunction with Mars. Mars governs Aries, the warrior. And so with those two passionate fire signs, we are going to have a very intense weekend. So please, please, please put on your warrior consciousness. You're one of my conscious warriors. I know it. I feel it. You guys have been growing. Those of you who have just joined us, it's been a year and a couple of months since I started this what I call distant healing, tarot mystical shaman reading. So our intention is set. We're on a path to courage. This is our soul getting in alignment with our spirit, being that our chakra this week was the solar plexus. The solar plexus governs the passions of our life. It's orange. It sits right below the belly button. And so that governs our emotions. And when our emotions are challenged in an intimate way, we can make love life decisions, passionate decisions, far as family, love, career, our whole journey. We start to burn with the desire for change. And this weekend, I'm going to say, embrace your creativity more than your intellectual. Your intellectual is going to be on fire. It's going to have an anger burning because of that Saturn, that eclipse. Saturn is in retrograde. We talked about that in our last video. Venus is also in retrograde. Venus is the planet of love. So if we had Venus alongside right now Sagittarius and Aries, it would be passion, heat, love in its finest. So if you can find that love this weekend, you can have some selfie sessions that will bring yourself into joy and love with yourself, or some family, those you love, if you can keep it in control and not allow these energies right now that are so turned up to cause you to say or do or make choices or decisions that when this is all calmed down and everyone else is calmed down around the world, because everyone's on fire right now, you may regret or have some second thoughts about the decisions you made in this time. So be careful, my loves. Those are our cards. I had, a few just dropped out, so I'm just going to stick them here together. This is our normal deck that we usually been working with for the last year, the Mystical Shaman. I hope you guys got a chance to look at the fortune video that I put out yesterday. Our shaman, our all-powerful mystical shaman cards. And guys, I got to tell you, these energies are ripened for creativity. These energies are also ripened for you if you channel it to weave that frustration or that intense emotion and do it creativity wise. And actually, you will be turning your passions right now into gold. That's also what this full moon, this feminine moon, which casts shadows, and we know shadows mean things that are hidden. And so, because the sun, the earth is blocking the sun from the moon, things are going to be even more so hidden. So, when they start to reveal themselves or come into focus, that's where the truth lies. And sometimes we don't handle the truth in a good way. And sometimes that truth brings tears. Our first card is water. We need some water right now, guys. All this fire that's happening, all these emotions that are raging, we need some water. If you've been praying, I know you have. I've been praying for the whole globe because it's not just the United States that's going through this intense time right now of change, of purging. It is the whole world actually being ignited from it. So it's time for us to come back into center so that those emotions can actually see progress. So we need water to help put it out. And water helps bring confidence because, when you're hurting and actually after you get a chance to have that cry, you get it all out, you actually start to feel a little bit better, or you cry so much water that you say to yourself, I can't cry no more. There's no more tears. The flood is starting to flow. So with these energies moving, they're fluid. Water is also telling us that it's fluid. So water symbolizes purification, to make pure, to wash away and cleanse. And so now that the fire has burned off, and it's still burning, and it's still going to be burning through this weekend, and then we're going to be rinsed. We're going to be baptized. We're going to be washed. Our souls are going to come into a renewal or anew. We're talking about water. Sorry about that, guys. I got so distracted in that exchange of this water because water is fluid, water is flowing, and water is very, very emotional, guys. So, like I said, we all have been in this emotional place. I am happy to see this card of water because that means that after all of this burning, after all of this fire, in this purging where we are, it is time to have purification. It's time for regeneration. It's time for revival. It's time for cleansing to happen. So this evolution of the shift that we've been in, especially in the last 8 days, and it's going to go on a little longer, that's happening on a global scale now. We have to remember that once the fire burns off, the passions burn off, the invitation of the water has come in to wash away, clear away, settle, come into conclusion with our emotions so that we are being invited to kind of take this sadness that we all are feeling right now, this period of mourning. is saying, this is an opportunity, guys, a wave of an opportunity now that this water card is here. And, with this number 7 is confidence. That means we now can move forward in knowing all of the tears, all of the crying, all of the emotion that sits in Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. We can now come from under the sea, come onto dry land, and basically take those emotions, turn them into love, and just go with it. Just go with it right there. But water can also be messy. Those people under the water element, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, can be so emotional, so overwhelming that we all could get drifted away. We could go from burning to drowning. So with this emotion of water, this element of water, use it as a purification. Do not use it as a wiping out or a washing away, but more of being in flow, the ebbs and flow of life. And if you can find a way to balance that, especially this weekend, with the intense emotions of those energies that will be happening, you will come out of all of this, although we're all hurting, we're crying for the world, we're crying for whatever our protest or our cause. We could come out of this with a renewal of change. Like I said, today is a 5-day. And so the change is still happening. The purification is still happening. But as we arise from the smoke, as we are washed and purified from the beauty of Mother Earth and her water, because this weekend, and remember the moon is, that card is so perfect. The moon is feminine, and the moon governs the waters. It governs the tides. And so that means this full moon and this month of June will be the moon that purifies us and help us come from out of the ark after the flood, renewed. And we're going to pray for that, guys. We've got to pray for that. Our next card is Rainmaker. Oh, the floods are coming. Oh my God, guys. Oh, persevere through the rain. The Rainmaker is here. 4 and 2 is 6. And so that means, oh my goodness, water, now the Rainmaker. Okay, so the stories told by the Rainmaker from the indigenous cultures, whether we're talking about Native American or the people from the Andes, or whether we're talking about people from the Appalachian Mountain, the mountain people, the rainforest people from the Mayans, from Mexico to throughout the world. When the wild woman dances into our reading, guys, when she came into this, she floated with rhythm. This is, so let's say when you dance. Okay, so for the last 2 days, my workout session, I have been doing a yoga flow dance. And when you do a yoga flow, it's a combination of meditation, rhythm, where your body, your soul, moves with the rhythm. You allow the vibration of the music to penetrate your soul. And then your body begins to move. And, it's like dancing naked. So the wild woman is that dance. It's like dance as wild, as authentic, so that you can release that fire, the freedom to allow that fire to burn inside of you, and then release that light through the rain. Because in some cultures, when they were harvesting, they were planting their harvest. And so in order for their harvest to grow, they danced to the music like an African dance. They danced to the music, the drums, the sounds, the rhythm, so that they could pray to the upper gods for rain, to feel the feels, to take the heat off, so that the crops could blossom and grow and bring in new life. So, oh, this is so beautiful. So, this wild woman is saying, when you dance, guys, like no one's looking, you dancing, you take your roots, your soul, and you dream whatever dreams you have right now. It's time for them to take root, because it's going to rain. It's going to pour. The nourishment of your soul is being renewed. It is shining brightly, and it is inviting you. She's inviting you to dance, to abandon yourself, give yourself to the Great Spirit, and then let that Spirit decide what happens. Whatever happens, you'll be happy you did. That you released it to the Rainmaker. You gave it to the dance. You sent it up in glory, in the light. You gave it to the light of Spirit. I'm trying to, this card is so overwhelming. It's like, just let go. You know, the Buddha, the lore of the Buddha in that mystical story says, this is time for fluidity. This is time to trust that fluidity. It is time to flow with that fluidity. It is time to simply just be mindful and just allow it to happen. Allow your life to flow with the rhythm of the wild woman in her dance of the Rainmaker. Whew. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm almost depleted, guys. It's because this manifestation time, and I'm just looking at the beauty of this card, and I'm just going to ask you to take one more minute to look at the Rainmaker. Look at the heavens. The fields are dormant. People's hearts will start to spring to life again, but in a fruitful, healthy way. Because we are co-creators in this world. We all are. And we are learning to dance. We're learning to dance like a wild, living beast. And these energies are coming out now because this is how change happens. Purging is a part of the process, the burning away, and then the rain comes to purify, and then it creates magic. Magic. We're back at persevering. We have to persevere. If you persevere through this moment in time, through this energy, these powerful, powerful energy forces that are happening around us, remember, the symbol of magic is like a synchronicity. The evidence of magic is the fabric of the universe, okay? Or some call it meaningful coincidences, magic. So we are flying high. So magic is inviting us to see the world through the eyes of a child, just the innocent sweetness of a child. When magic gives birth, when you can see magic, you start to see the miracles in your life. So, for example, I have been this series came out in 2011, but I just over this time period where we've been on lockdown, I've been watching television series called Once Upon a Time. And I'm just on season 3. As magic is happening in this Once Upon a Time, I tell you guys, I see my own life in these stories. Once upon a time, we know they're the great stories of the beauty queens, the princesses, the evil queens, the bad witches, and the good witches, and Cinderella, Snow White, Pocahontas, Mulan. We have all of these beautiful, beautiful stories. They're weaved into one. And it's not in cartoon style. It's actually people playing humans. And they're going back in these two multiple layer worlds. And even before that, I have always been a fan of Disney and all of its magic, just like the heart of a child. And so when you can live life through that lens, through that sweet, gentle innocence, so she is a matured feminine being, but yet she's so sweet and innocent. And so when we can allow that magic to move and come into our life, and part of magic is believing. You have to believe. And so one of my beautiful, beautiful friends who is a part of this warrior conscious circle, she told me when she met me, I would tell her all of these stories. I'm good at telling mystical, magical, but they're my reality. They appear to be a story that cannot have truth. They appear to be a story that just seems a little bit cuckoo, but they are my life. They are my experiences. And so when this beautiful woman came into my life, I love her so much. Oh my God, I love her so much. And our friendship, it was like fire. It ignited. We met, and it was like we were long lost sisters, or, our souls had been there before. And so it was like we never really had a day that we met, that we've always been in each other's lives. And I remember the day she said to me, when I first met you, some of the stuff you would say or tell or share with me, I would say, oh my God, that girl is a little kooky, but I like her. And she said, but after today, we had a mystical, magical experience that was for her. And we had multiple of those experiences so that she could believe. And so then she started saying, I believe, I believe, I believe. And that sunshine of a spirit that lit her up when she said to me for the first time, I believe. And so as I began to unfold more stories, and I guess I will start to tell some of these stories, and maybe I have over some of these videos, that you too will believe. And she, every time I tell her something that sounds a little bit weird or kooky or unbelievable or synchronistic or the universe and coincidences, she says, I believe, I believe. So get into that believing moment. This card is a 6. Persistence, persistence, persevere. Okay, as we wind down, Pachamama. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Pachamama again, guys. I swear to you, I thought in this reading before it even began today, when yesterday it was calling, I said, Pachamama is calling me. Pachamama, the earth, the world, the womb, the soul of these energies, guys. Pachamama is saying to us, she's hurting. She's hurting with us. She's hurting with us. She's taking care of us. Please take care of Mother Gaia, Mother Earth. Please, guys, because this is so powerful. I am so emotional that I'm trying to, and I have been through this whole reading. I'm trying to hold back because I don't want to be in the way with my emotions of the message. But I got to tell you, it's hard. It's really hard. Pachamama. Oh, I love Pachamama. You know why I love Pachamama? Because she is unconditional love. No matter what is going on, no matter what is happening, we will be forgiven for this time of purging. The earth, Mother Earth, has love for all of her children here on earth. Us humans, our timeless soul, can experience life in our biological bodies, guys. The joy and the pain that we feel just for a brief time here on earth. You know, Pachamama is saying, you are loved. If you haven't heard that today or in a while, you are loved. I love you. You are a child of this earth. I don't care how old we become, but we have to take care of ourselves while we're here. You know, it's like now is the time to eat right, love right, be joyous, regardless. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Regardless of your circumstance that you find yourself in. You know, just be grateful for your life. Take this weekend, like I said, with this full moon, and do some selfie care. DIY, selfie care. Invite yourself to embrace your pain, embrace the joy, embrace all the emotions and the feelings that you may encounter. But remember, when we do an act of service with Mother's blessings, with Pachamama's blessings, that means we plant flowers, we plant trees, we plant vegetables, we build a garden, we nurture life of this earth. Whether we take a walk this weekend and we look up at the moon, we listen and hear the birds, we feel the songs of the trees when they rustle their leaves. And remember, we have to protect all species. We have to protect the ocean. So although Mother Earth, when you think of Earth, When you think of the earth signs, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, we're talking about being grounded, stable. But at the same time, her essence, this earth, is mostly water. Our bodies are mostly water. So as we move into next week, the energies of next week, look at it as after it is all purged and clean and purified, moving into the end of the year of 2021, coming into 2021, our earth will and should be like the Garden of Eden, because we are going to go through some intense, emotional, difficult spaces or vibrations or energies moving into the end of the year. So guys, this is important because of the purging. A lot of lives will be painfully, unexpectedly taken. And so you have to walk in beauty and you have to honor all of life. Pachamama. And our last card is many paths. Many paths. Wow. Many paths. Baby, that's just the last video I did. Oh, many paths. Okay. Oh, I have something to smile about. I have something to embrace about and not be so sad anymore. It's like I feel congested and stopped up because my tears have been many. So all paths lead to spirit. No matter where you're going, no matter what your journey is, guys, no matter what your path is it a path of suffering right now? Our path as a whole, we are suffering. But on this path it's filled with a lot of wisdom. This is a time for learning, because whenever the path of bliss, or whenever there's a chance for bliss, there has to be a path of pain and loss. And so when you consider your past, okay, so we are coming to a fork in the road. And each traveler on this journey has choices. So how many of us on this journey will pick a path filled with love in their heart, so that when they bloom or blossom or purify on the other side, when they come through the water, when they come through the path of salvation or the path of becoming anew or transformation, you have two choices. There are many paths, but on this road, there's only two choices. There's life lessons and there's destiny. So the story goes, there was two travelers. Okay, they both were stonemasons. So somebody asked, they came to a point and there was this robed, cloaked figure, mystical, magical being with just a light, like in this card. It's just a light. Just a light. The light from the sun. Just a light. And one of the stonemasons was asked, What are you doing? So a stonemason is someone who is building something out of stone, okay? Uh, Houses today, have required the grace of the artistic talent of a stonemason. So you're having your house built and you ask, what are you doing? And he says to you, I'm doing stonemason work. And I'm squaring out one stone at a time. So I'm building a stone. I'm just making a stone. And then the second stonemason is asked, what are you building? What are you doing with that stone? And he says, I'm building a cathedral. What is the difference between two stonemasons where one replies he's carving stone to build something and the other one is saying he's building a cathedral? One man has a job and the other man has found his calling. So when you are co-creating in your life, no matter how you travel, or let's say you're traveling on your path, and when you are looking to find your life's work, you find yourself being a dishwasher in a restaurant. And you go to work every day and you're not happy, you're complaining, you think this position is below you, that you can do better for yourself. You can look at dishwashing in that way, or you can say, I'm going to sing while I wash dishes. I am going to wash these dishes the best to my ability. And I'm going to make sure that everyone in this restaurant has the clean dishes they need so that they can present the food, so that the chefs can plate the food and the staff can serve the food and everyone is in harmony. Then you're not just a dishwasher, you're actually creating something more. And in creating that something more, you become more in everything you do. So we both have two paths. We all have two paths. Life lessons is a job, and life's destiny is a work of art. Guys, this reading, so as you move into these energies over the next few months, I'm going to myself come back and look at this video again, because weaving this energy right now, this path with all of this water and all of this magic in the womb, in the heart, in the soul, that I am being cared for under the Creator's sky by the earth, Mother Gaia, Pachamama herself. We have so much to be thankful for. We have so much to be grateful for. We have so much to stand tall and be loved and be love. And I say thank you, my warriors of consciousness. And the name of this channel is Conscious Healing, because we are choosing to be the light. We're choosing to be the love. We're choosing consciously to have our destiny and live our life fully from the heart. Till the next time, my loves, I love you. Have a wonderful selfie weekend, and I'll see you next week. Look out for the next card. The next card is the Judgment. That should be very, very interesting. So until I see you again, please be safe and love and enjoy.